Hello, my name is Tom Morgan and this is my unboxing and first look of the Ubiquiti Unify AC In-Wall Pro access point. If you've not seen one of these videos before, then it's not a review of the product. This is before I've had a chance to use the product, but it's I go through what's in the box. I've not opened it yet, so we're both seeing it for the first time. And I go through all the parts that are in the box and just go through the unit, just really so you can see and answer any questions you might have before making purchasing decisions yourself. I have a number of these on my YouTube channel, including one for the AC In-Wall, the non-Pro edition, as well, so you can go and watch those. So this is the Pro. You can tell it's the Pro because it says Pro here, but also if you look at the speed, the megabit per second speed is slightly different here, and that's one of the few but important differences between this device and the non-Pro version of the device. If you go to Ubiquiti's website, if you go to In-Wall, so inwall.ubnt.com, then you can actually see a nice comparison between the two devices. They're both meant for indoor use, and they both have a 2.4 and a 5 gig radio. The Pro version is faster, so it's faster both on the 2.4 gig radio, it's 450 megabits per second, and on the 5 gigahertz radio it is 1300, which is megabits per second, which is up from 867 on the non-Pro edition. Some of that information, if we have a look at the back here, you can see that in the features list here. So everything I told you just then. You got the 3x3 radios there. It's MIMO, and yeah, there's some information there about the gigabit ports as well, which we'll have a look at. There's some footage, some screenshots there as well of the Unify controller software. Okay, so it comes in the standard kind of white Ubiquiti vanity pack. So we can take that off. So we can take that off. I can't take. There we go. And we'll just put that there. And we have the kind of standard brown box. Worth looking for on here is the Ubiquiti hologram. That's how you know it's a genuine product. And you open it up. They've made a nice change actually. They've started putting some of these white cardboard inserts into the boxes, with some additional kind of advertising for their other products. So that's interesting. And then here we have the unit itself, and then underneath we have some screws, and then I think that's everything. And you kind of get it out and you think, well, is that it? Is that everything I've got? But actually everything is packaged up really nicely into this here. So let's take this apart and I'll show you what I mean. So this comes apart here, and this is the front of it, and so the front comes off, and then inside you'll notice there's a quick start guide. You've got the unit itself, and then you've got the mounting plate. So that's all. That all makes sense. That's nice. And we'll go through each of these in turn. So coming to the mounting plate first. So this is made of plastic, and it's designed to be a universal mount. And it's designed to go on the wall. Now it's designed actually to fit to a standard kind of electrical box. Now standard very much depends where you live. So I live in the UK, and this is what a internal, we call them Patras boxes, look like. And it's designed to go into the wall, be mounted flush with the wall, so that you can then screw in a switch or a socket or whatever else it is you need to do. Because this is a universal plate, it does fit nicely over here, and you'll see it lines up with the two sockets here as well. There's a number of other positions it could go in depending on what country you're in and what your particular plates look like. I do also have a template of this, and it's worth mentioning this is exactly the same mounting plate as for the non-Pro. So the Pro and the non-Pro are identical in their dimensions. So this mounting plate is also identical in dimensions. So what I'm trying to say is this mounting plate and the spaces you make for it and the holes you drill for it will be the same for the Pro and the non-Pro. They're not different. And I have a template that I will link to in this video that you can use to print out and use as a guide before you get one of these with the product. So if you want to have this as a template for working out where you're going to put it on the wall, you can absolutely do that. The other thing I'll quickly show you are the measurements. So of this mounting plate, it's 140 centimeters up down, and across it is just under 90 centimeters. So I'd say it's 3.5 inches across. Okay, so that's dimensions, and we've talked about the mounting plate. So this is the unit itself. It comes with a bit of plastic there we'll take off. You can see here, and on the back you've got the Ethernet port. So the idea is, so you've got your let's get that. You've got your wall with this bit in it, and then you've got presumably your Ethernet cable comes out of here. You put your mounting plate on top, and then you plug your Ethernet cable in there, and you mount in nicely like that, just like so. It slots in. What that means, you'll notice, is that it does protrude out here. So what that means is, if you don't have one of these, if you're not doing this and you're mounting it to the wall some other way, don't expect to just mount it flush with a hole with the Ethernet port coming out. If you're going to do that, that's fine, but you need a bigger hole than just the Ethernet port. You need to account for this whole square here being in the wall, because when it's flush, that's what sticks out. So let's just do that quickly. So you are going to need to allow for, in metric, 40 millimeters by 40 millimeters. So you're going to need to allow at least that hole in the wall in order to allow that to sit flush. You've also got, let's take it out with this mounting plate. You've also got 2 Ethernet ports at the bottom. They're both gigabit, and I think one does PoE and one doesn't. It's not immediately obvious, but if we look at the back here, we can see that we have one internal, that's the one on the back, and then one external for port and data and PoE, and then one external for data only. So one of these is PoE and one is not PoE. I don't know how you're supposed to know which is which. I imagine it's obvious, but it doesn't look very obvious to me. No, doesn't seem very obvious. Okay, let's have a look at the quick start guide. So these always come with a quick start guide as well. This is quite similar to the information you can find on the product pages in terms of information about it, but does show you what should be included, and then gives you some information. Oh, here you go. That's exactly what we were looking for. So you can see which one is which there. The PoE is the one on the left, and the data is the one on the right. There's also a security screw, which I never really pay much attention to. Oh, I see. So when you're putting the vanity cover on, and you've clipped in the vanity cover, there's a security screw and hole, and presumably in this pack there is a security screw, if that's the sort of thing you need to do. So there's a number of different screws in here for mounting it into the mounting plate. Alright, let's quickly flip through here. So we should talk about the LEDs. So the LEDs here are standard across the UniFi range. So that is, it's white when it's flashing, or it's white when it's initializing or being set up. It is blue when everything is running normally and okay, and then it flashes to let you know when you've located it. And there's a blue and white, just means when it's doing something like upgrading or provisioning itself. So some graphics just kind of underlying the things I've told you already. And then we're on to using the UniFi software. And then on this side, there is a bunch of specifications, most of which I think we've talked about. What's worth calling out, probably operating temperatures, but this is an indoor device, so having said that, operating temperatures of -10 to +50, 14 to 122 Fahrenheit is fairly generous for an indoor device. And then all the other stuff that you need, all the warranties and all the regulations and all that gubbins. So that's everything that's in the box. So let's recap. We have the device itself, we have the quick start guide, we have the mounting plate, which we've talked about, we have this vanity cover that snaps on over the top. One thing that's quite nice actually that I should talk about is when all this is in, so the LED we were talking about is actually here, and so when all this is in, you have this nice cover over the top, and this is sort of opaque, pearlescent-y. It does let the light through, so what actually happens is you get a nice glow. You've got the Ubiquiti logo there, you can just see, and then you get a nice glow up here from the LED. So it does look nice, it does look professional. You can turn the LED off, especially if maybe in a residential setting you don't want that, but if not, it looks quite nice. You got your set of screws there, and that's everything that's in the box. So that was my unboxing and first look at the Ubiquiti UniFi AC In-Wall Pro. I hope it was useful. Like I say, lots of other videos over on my YouTube channel, so feel free to subscribe for more of those, and also look at the blogs I do on Ubiquiti at blog.thoughtstuff.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching.